Hello, welcome back. This is the second episode of the two-part series, I hope, of the CryEngine 3 SDK basic tutorial. Last time I showed you the graphics of the game and what you can do with it, and then I showed you how to create your map. So, for example, this is the map I made. Very basic. Could do with a bit of improvement, but if I was making one properly, I would add a lot more to the map. So anyway, what you want to do, actually I just want to point out that there can be confusion between the CryEngine 3 and the Crysis 2 sandbox. They are two different things. The SDK, you can create a game from scratch, but the Crysis 2 sandbox basically allows you to make your own levels. Well, that's all I can do in the way I've explored it. So if you see people with videos with lots of content like CryENgiNE and the Squid Alien people thingies from Crysis 2, they're using the Crysis 2 sandbox most definitely, unless they've ported it in. So I do own Crysis 2 and I've got them in the sandbox, and I might do a couple of things on that, but don't hold your breath. So anyway, down to the map. There aren't many textures materials available unless you get sample things. I downloaded the sample assets, but I have no idea how to use them. I don't know where to put them. So anyway, you can go into texture, and you will have the default texture layer. Now, what you want to do is if you want to change your texture, which I'm presuming you do from this boring colour, what you want to do is you want to click outside of this box and press M, and that will bring up the material editor. So you want to click the plus sign or materials, and then depending on what you're doing, we're doing terrain, so obviously you're going to go to terrain. So you can then find what sort of thing you would like it to be. So I'm going to have a little look. As I said, there aren't that many things to choose from. You've got pine needle flooring, pebbles, probably meant to be pebbles, mossy grass. You've got roads, but none of them are really going to be very helpful. So I'm just going to make my place out of dirt, because there aren't actually any rock materials, unfortunately, that I can see here. So anyway, you want to select the thing you're going to have, and I'm going to go on to the default thing and assign material. That would then change it to this. And as you can see, you've got another texture here. I think you can change that to something different, because otherwise you get all these lines across it. So I'm just having a look. I'm going to try this one. I'm just going to see if it makes a difference at all. It doesn't seem to have made a difference. So I'm just going to change it back to what it was. So that was default noobs, or something like that. So you've got your dirt layer on, so you can actually now close both of these and have a look around. Now you can notice there is no change in the terrain colouring. So what you want to do is similar to UDK, is you want to go to brush. Oh no, sorry, you need to go to up here. You see the pencil. Nope, sorry, wrong one. You want to go to this one here, which is terrain, and then you want to go to layer painter. Now you select your layer, that's its default layer. You can then select the radius. I'm going to have mine a bit larger, and you can basically just then, as you do with UDK, paint on the material. Now I'm not quite sure how you actually get rid of the material. You may have to paint over it, but I'm not sure whether it's like reset or something like that. So anyway, you can then paint it all on. As you can see, doesn't seem to be much of a texture difference. So I might go ahead and just edit that. So it should be this one, but I'm going to change the material to a grass one, because that should display whatever it is better. So grass. Remember, you can always make your own materials yourself. You can go out and take a picture, and it's probably made similarly. Here we are, look, you've got it all painted on. Similarly to how you create UDK materials. So I'm going to paint the whole area in grass. Now you might see it doesn't really look much grass-like, so I believe you can just up the brightness a bit if you want to get it a bit more right, or you can lower the brightness to get this nice dark grass colour. One thing I didn't quite like about the engine, I'm hoping it's just when you're actually in the editor, is that the detail will only render when you're getting close to it, and I hope that's just the editor, but if it's the engine I'm a bit unhappy about it. But anyway, so you've got all your grass laid down. As you can see this error that well, I don't know if it's an error, you can see the detail not always rendering. So I'm going to make my radius just really large. It's going to paint it all over the shop. So you should probably take more time in getting the right balance between the different types and everything like that. But since I'm doing a tutorial, I'm just going to whiz through it. So yeah, you've got your land. So now you can start to add foliage, vegetation, and all that sort of thing. So what you want to do is, it's very easy to do, unlike with UDK you have to drag things in and in and in. With the CryEngine, it's actually got a vegetation painter, so it's very useful, it's very quick for doing things. So I'm assuming that everything is put in the same place. I'm trying to remember where I put all of my things. Yep, let's go up for you. It was in wherever your CryEngine SDK is, and then you go to Game, then you go to Objects, then you go to Natural, and then depending on what you want to do, I'm going to go for Vegetation. You've got all these different tree things you can do. Actually, in fact, I'm going to go to Bushes. Just going to see what there is. Trees. I did find some other stuff, but maybe that was in a different editor. Let's go for, see what's in here. Let's go for that one. And you just open it, and it'll open it here. You just have to simply select it and click Paint Objects. Now you can see you've got a tiny little cursor. I believe you just have to paint things. One thing you might want to do is go into Edit, Constraint, Constrain to Terrain Geometry. Because that just not to change that a bit. There we are, look at that. You get these big trees spawning in your world. So yeah, you can just paint these around. Spawn some more of these. You may want to watch out for that, because when you're spawning things like AI and other blocks, they can actually get in the underneath the world, because they've not been constrained to the right area. So as you can see, we've got a lovely little place full of very large trees. So what I'm going to do next is add some other features to the ground. So I'm going to add a vegetation, if you can say that. I'm going to go to meadow. I'm going to find something like a bush. Let's open that up. Oh no, I see I selected the wrong thing, or select the bush. I'm just going to place a couple of them around everywhere. Yes, it's very useful to have a brush to just paint on if you're doing very large areas and you want them to be detailed, full of vegetation and the such. It'll be a very useful tool. So let's just have a little look around. Already looking much more professional, and you can actually achieve much more with much less on the CryEngine than you can with the UDK engine. So I'm not quite sure how well I'm doing for time. I'll be right back and just check how much more time I've got left. Yeah, okay, I haven't got that much time left, so I'm going to try and wrap up now. I'm going to add one more material. So you simply just let's go for a grass or a flower. Let's go for this flower. Open, select it. You can just hopefully simply paint it on like this. So yep, you can just go around painting some flowers across your world. I'm going to paint some randomly. And the thing is, you may think just clicking randomly around your world isn't going to get a very good look, and in some cases it won't, but it can actually get quite a natural look. It's very interesting. So, yep, I'm going to add one more. Let's go for a grass. Let's open it, select it. I'm just going to paint a bit of it around. So yeah, wrapping up, I strongly suggest if you're just starting out making game-like things, or even just making some simulations, that the CryEngine is probably the first choice for you. I'm just going to jump into the game now. The CryEngine is definitely a good option. See, as you can see now, there aren't any of these funny placards saying no material assigned, because we've actually assigned one. So yeah, we've now got a really nice looking level. So what I'm thinking of doing, I might do the odd other tutorial. I'm going to do the odd other sorry, my voice is going now. The odd other tutorial where I show adding AI, because I'm going to try and import some of my AI from Crysis 2. But yeah, wrapping up, look at that. Isn't that lovely? That's an engine for you. I think it's fantastic. In fact, when I'm actually producing my game, I'm actually going to be switching to CryEngine 3, because it's just fantastic. Because UDK, it's for the more serious things, but the CryEngine is just better. I've just look at that, the sun is setting. Even the sky is preset to set and things like that. Look at that. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was valuable to you. So look at that, all the lighting is going all dark. Yeah, I hope this video is of use. Even the things are coming out. Okay then, thank you very much for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. As I said in the other video, check out Zombie Gaming. Yeah, so thank you very much. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and goodbye. Oh, one last thing. Always remember to save your map. So you'll simply file, save. Okay, thank you very much. Please comment, rate, and subscribe, and goodbye.